Hey guys, how's it going everybody? This is Stormpow doing a post-commentary of a Pokemon Online replay that I'm about to start here in a minute. Just so you guys know, I'm still going to be doing the live commentaries that I've been doing, but I'll probably be doing some post-commentaries of this too. And at one point, I am hoping to start doing black and white post-commentaries once I get my R4 card to working properly. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this. This is some NU never used gameplay, so let's go ahead and start. I start out with the Regirock, and he starts out with the Marshtomp, and I really shouldn't be using Regirock, and I don't think I am at this point anymore because I had gotten Regirock because I noticed that his defense is really high, but really everything else sucks on him. And I was going for the Grass Knot because I did not suspect that he would change out from his Marshtomp to anything, let alone his Munchlax, so that's why I had used Grass Knot there for a minute. And he uses Brick Break, and it does, I use Brick Break, excuse me, because that's what I figured to do as a backup. I didn't really feel like changing out, and then I'd use Flamethrower, hoping that it would finish it off, but it didn't do very much against this Crustle that he changed out to. And so then he sets up his Spikes, and I use another Grass Knot, because at this point I was just like, what the fuck should I even use? And I use a Brick Break, again, doesn't do that much damage, so I'm just kind of like going back and forth with this guy, trying to do a little bit of damage here and there, and he's setting up some more Spikes, and then I go for another Flamethrower because I pretty much realized that that was my best bet at this point. So, excuse me, we both got our leftovers, and I'm still at full health though, but I was really afraid to change out though because of, you know, everything that's going on. He's changing out quite a bit, and I had used the Flamethrower, which luckily got a crit, even though it still didn't do too much damage, and he had used Protect, and I went ahead and used Spark, because that was, of course, my instinct, you know. I guess he was probably expecting me to use an electric attack at that point, because that is water, and then my whatever the fuck it is electric. And I went ahead and used Spark really quick, and it did some more damage. He changes back out into the Crustle, and my Grass Knot gets a critical hit. It probably needed that to finish him off. And then he switches right back out to the other guy, and he goes, I go for a Grass Knot, excuse me, and it does a good bit of damage. He goes for another Wish, and I keep thinking, like, maybe I can get it before the Wish goes, but he uses Protect, and so, yeah, and then I go for the Spark. Again, it just doesn't do anything because of his Protecting, and that was a good move. Again, that's kind of one thing that does bug me, because it's so easy to predict when someone uses Wish. Odds are they're going to use Protect that very next move, but it's something that's a lot, like, it's pretty hard to work around, so I went ahead and, changed out into Dragonair despite the Spikes and the stones and everything that I was afraid of, because I didn't figure he would take too much damage, and he really didn't. And so then he switches out to his Munchlax, and I go for the Thunderbolt. Doesn't do that much damage at all. I'm not sure if Munchlax is good at special defense or whatever. I take this as a good chance to do Dragon Dance, because I wasn't sure what he was going to do at that point, and he goes ahead and uses Curse, and that was actually pretty good because his defense was rising while my attack was rising, albeit he didn't know that that's what I was about to do, but it still worked out well for him. But I still did have enough attack to finish him off really quick. He goes ahead and puts the Toxic on me, so Dragonair had a ton of stuff going on with him right now, and I was trying to use Outrage and Thunderbolt hacks and all that stuff to go on, and Thunderbolt still wasn't enough to finish off that guy, so I was just kind of sitting there deciding what to do, and I had luckily gotten out of the confusion from my Outrage, which allowed me to do another Thunderbolt. Just about killed him, but of course he sets up the Wish, and at this point I'm still getting hurt by my poison. I pretty much realized that there was no point in changing out from Dragonair, and since he had used Protect, I knew he was going to use Protect at that point. I went ahead and took that as a good chance to use Dragon Dance really quickly, and then I go for the Outrage. Just about kills him, but like I said, I wasn't going to change him out because as soon as I changed back into him, he would probably die, or pretty much die, from the rocks and all of that stuff going on. So he goes ahead and uses Protect, but I didn't know that's what he was going to do that time, so I had just gone ahead and used Outrage, and he's pretty much trying to stall me, so I'll die from my poison. See, he just keeps using Protect every turn, and like I said, I might as well have stuck with it, because I had realized that I was damned if I stayed in, and I was damned if I changed out. So I changed out to Executor, and I go for the Energy Ball, and it finally finishes off that stupid bitch that had been getting on my nerves for a while, and he goes out for the Ampharos, and I wasn't really sure why he was doing that, because a lot of Executors know, like, Earthquake or Ancient Power, as I just used a minute ago, but yeah, see, that's why he used it, I guess, is because his hidden power was probably Fire, or maybe Ice. I'm not really sure what else it could have been, but I knew that he had some reason to change out to Ampharos, otherwise why would he do that? Because that's one thing you have to know about this game, is everybody does what they do for some reason. I go ahead and change out to the Emboar, and because I think I had Earthquake on there or something, or maybe I was just going to use a fighting move. I forget what exactly my intents were, but he goes ahead and dies. I guess that I was going to set up Stone Edge to finish him off, and again, I decided there's no point in changing out because I was going to die as soon as I changed back in, so I went for the Hammer Arm, and it missed, and he goes for the Yawn, and I knew I had one more turn to get in that hit, and luckily it does a decent bit of damage, takes out about half the health of his Marshtomp, and he finishes me off with an Earthquake, even though I would have been asleep the very next turn, but whatever. So I changed out into this guy because I had remembered that I still had the Grass Knot, and I guess that he must have forgotten that I had that on there, or else I don't know why he would have changed out into it. And then he goes for the Rampardos, and I decided, again, I think that I went for Grass Knot on this, didn't I? Or no, I went for Brick Break, though I guess I probably should have gone for Grass Knot. I'm not sure which one would have been more effective, so, he goes for the Thunderbolt, Thunder Punch, and I'm not sure exactly why, since my guy's Thunder. I guess he doesn't have any better moves or whatever, because you would think he would have some sort of ground or rock move, but, anyway, that is the end of this fight. It's not the best match ever, but I thought it was decent enough to post up here really quick, and, yeah, so I would like to thank you all for watching. Hope you have a nice day, and goodbye.